guys, welcome to my channel. This is Erica. Today I'm going to teach you how to make Chinese stir-fried tomato eggs. Since I was a kid, I've always loved stir-fried tomato eggs. My mom will cook it all the time after school, and I love to mix rice with it to eat. It's really tasty. And when I was in high school and college, things got worse. I'll go to the school cafeteria for lunch every day, and the first thing I put in my plate is always the stir-fried tomato eggs. It's so super tasty and juicy that can make all kind of shitty rice taste good. And in Taiwan, we have a saying that if you can't cook rice, you shouldn't run a restaurant. Because that's the most basic and simple part of cooking, but it do take some skills. Although if you're running a cafeteria, the standard will be really low because of the lack of competition. So stir-fried tomato eggs kind of helped me through these hard years in school. The school cafeteria food in Taiwan is not something you want to try, trust me. But the tomato egg that we're making today, even the cafeteria can nail it because it's super simple and easy to make. The combination of tomato and eggs is actually the perfect combination for nutrition as well. We all know that if you eat too many eggs, your cholesterol is going to be easily rise. Although the tomato is rich in lycopene, which can soften the blood vessel and can protect the cardiovascular system. Therefore, when the eggs meets tomatoes, the disadvantage of high cholesterol can be avoided. Tomato itself is rich in carotene and vitamin B and C. Especially the content of vitamin B is the highest among vegetables. The vitamin C have functions and effect for emollients, protecting blood vessels, lowering blood pressure, and assisting digestions. Lycopene also has special antioxidant capacities, which can scavenge free radicals and protect cells. And I believe we don't need to talk much about the benefit of eating eggs. Eggs are a miracle in nature. A fertilized egg can hatch a chick without supplementing any nutrition from the outside world, which is enough to explain the nutrition of an egg. Now we have talked enough about this amazing dish, let's get it cooking. The ingredients we need today are 1 big tomato, or you can also use 2 small ones if you don't have a big one, 1 scallion, half a small cucumber, and 4 eggs. For sauce, we're using soy sauce and dark soy sauce, which is chou, sugar, and salt. We need to thinly slice the scallion and the cucumber and beat the eggs till it's evenly yellow. Cut a big cross on the top and the bottom of the tomato and put it into a boil hot water for around 1 minute each side. When the time's up, and peel off the skins. Blanching the tomato roughly can make this process way easier. After the skin is all off, roughly dice it into bite size. Now we're ready to cook. Heat up a pan with hot oil. We need the whole bottom of the pan to be covered. So if you have a wok, that would be the best. If not, just a small frying pan will do. Add in the beaten eggs with a medium-high heat and let it cook. Don't stir it too much, but wait till it swells a little bit. Then push it gently clockwise. Obviously, you can do it counterclockwise if you want to. When all the raw egg have touches the pan, you can try to flip it. Wait till it's slightly golden brown. Set it aside. Same pan with way less oil than earlier. Add in the scallion. Stir for 5 seconds. Add in the tomato dice and stir fry till the juice come out. Now, it's time for seasoning. Add in 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of chou, which is the dark soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Mix well and add in the egg. Make sure all the eggs are soaked into the tomato juice, and then you can turn up the heat and add in cucumber. Mix, 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 and boom! The stir-fried tomato eggs are done. Let's try it together. Before we try out our dish today, I wanted to let you know the difference between stir-fried tomato eggs and scrambled egg with tomatoes. There's a lot of different ways to make tomato eggs. As you can see, this is very different than your usual morning scrambled egg with tomato. What we made today is a very traditional Chinese stir-fried tomato egg that you will see in all Chinese restaurants. We eat this for lunch or dinner with rice most of the time, and actually the best way to eat it is top it with a bowl of rice, which in Chinese we call it gai fan. It basically means the rice is covered with something, and today we're going to top it with our dish today, obviously, the stir-fried tomato eggs. Let's give it a try. Make sure you get all the juice in, because that's the best part. This eating method is actually very similar to the Korean bibimbap if you had it before, and the Japanese donburi. It basically means the rice been covered with something. The Chinese stir-fried tomato eggs is actually way more juicier than your normal scrambled egg with tomatoes because we let the eggs to soak into the cooked tomato so it can suck up all of the tomato juice and make the whole dish taste like tomato. I've got to warn you though, if you're not a fan of tomato, you're probably not gonna like this dish because it's very, very rich with tomato taste. But if you're someone like me that eats cherry tomatoes for snack all the time, you'll definitely love this. Let's give it a try. Look at all the rice. Been suck up the tomato juice. I love this so much. When you bite into the egg, you can totally taste all the goodies from the tomato. And the tomato itself, it will just melt in your mouth. And the cucumber adding a little crunchiness into the dish, but if you don't like the taste of cucumber, you can totally ignore it. Most of the time, I don't really add in cucumber, but it's good for coloring and a little texture. So if you're treating this dish to someone else, you can add it, but if you eat it by yourself, you don't like cucumber, just ignore it. I've made a previous video all about cucumber, and I teach you in that video how to pick cucumber in the market. So if you would like to know, you can click on this link right here. And the other thing is I like my cucumber very crunchy, so I add in as a last step after I turn up the heat. That can protect the cucumber from going soft. But if you like your cucumber to soak in more tomato juice and you didn't want it to be too crunchy, you can add it earlier if you want. By the way, the stir-fried tomato eggs is actually a really good diet dish if you're trying to lose weight. A 200-gram plate of stir-fried tomato egg, it only contains 170 calories. And obviously, adding into a rice or not is your personal choice. If you're trying to lose weight, you probably don't want that. You can totally eat this full dish with just like a steamed vegetables. And even if you add into the rice, it's only 400 calories in total for a nutritionist dinner. Now you know how to cook this dish. Let's learn some Chinese. Today we'll be learning two different words. The first word today is obviously the dish we're making today, 番茄炒蛋, tomato fried egg. The first two characters are pronounced 番茄. 番茄 is first tone and then second tone. 番茄, and what 番茄means is tomato. The third character is 炒. 炒, third tone. 炒, which means stir-fried. And the last character is 蛋. 蛋, fourth tone. 蛋, which means eggs. So 番茄炒蛋 means tomato fried egg. And now there's a bonus word for today, which is 盖饭. That means a bowl of rice that topped with something. So if I say 番茄炒蛋盖饭 means tomato fried egg on top of a bowl of rice. The first character, 盖, 盖, it's a fourth tone, 盖, means covered. And the second character, 饭, 饭, the fourth tone, 饭. Can you guess what it is? Yeah, it's rice. So now you know two different characters that we can put together into one big word, which is 番茄炒蛋盖饭. That means tomato fried egg on the top of a bowl of rice. So in the future, if you go to a restaurant and you saw something 盖饭, you'll know exactly how to expect your dish. Thanks for cooking with me today. I hope you like the recipe. We've learned some very useful Chinese word today as well. Make sure to practice on the pronunciation and ask me any question you have down below in the comments. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!